or cannot be trusted.
Coverage you can count on. Local 3 News.
Chattanooga, as you very well know, is a fantastic place to live, so much that people are moving into all of the Tennessee Valley actually on a regular basis, which makes our housing market still highly competitive. Lucky for us, Mark Hite is here this morning with the Mark Hite Team, and you've kind of found a way to make it a little bit less of a problem for those looking to sell their house, but they've kind of got a daunting project in front of them.
Absolutely, Julie. You just described every day. You know, with our guaranteed offer, there's no showings, no open houses, no repairs, no haggling. I visit the home. I give you 2 options. One, if we list the house, what we can sell it for and what you need to do with it, repair-wise. And 2, what I'll give you for the house. And in many cases, there's deferred maintenance. The home, it's a daunting task. I bought 2 homes from an estate yesterday, and the one needs a roof repaired. It's leaking. The other one has not been occupied in 6 years.
Oh, wow.
And houses don't age well when they've been sitting there, but they were their family homes, and they didn't want to see them continue to deteriorate. It had been their parents' home. So we bought the houses. We'll renovate them. One had been cited by the city for overgrowth. And so there'll be new families there in the next 60, 90 days who are paying taxes, putting their kids in school, working. Yeah.
Were you doing the guaranteed offer before COVID hit?
No, actually we launched it March 1st of 2020.
Unintentionally, I mean, not knowing.
I had no idea what was coming.
But it worked out well, as I remember, because in those 2 years, there were a lot of sellers who didn't want people coming into their house.
Absolutely. What we thought was going to be a problem turned out to be a benefit to many folks. And at the same time, they were afraid to have people in, yet they needed to sell. And so now that what we see is folks who held off from selling because where are they going to move? They're going to find movers.
Right.
I just contracted a lovely home in River Run, mature seller. Literally every window in the house has to be replaced, and she knew that when I got there, and that was one of the issues. They were all rotten. I mean, it was just, but the other pieces were in pretty good shape.
Well, and I'm glad you mentioned, as you put it, a mature seller. But if you are either the adult or kids of an aging parent, and you're looking to sell the family house, and like you said, it needs some repair, maybe you can take some money and do it on your own. But then there's the question of, am I going to be doing it the right way? What if it doesn't sell right away? And you hate to lose that liquid money.
Absolutely. We just bought a house week before last on Signal Mountain. Great family. They had raised their children, but they had started projects, but life takes over. Literally, they had started multiple projects, but none were finished.
Yeah, that sounds like my house.
It was everything, and so it was overwhelming, but they knew there was this window of time that they really wanted to get to Florida, to the Gulf Coast, and that's where they wanted to spend the rest of their time.
Yeah.
So they hit the easy button. They were so sweet, because they literally, it was overwhelming to them. The deck was rotten. They'd started refinishing the kitchen, but half the cabinet doors were off where they'd taken them off to paint.
Right.
Half were not touched. Just everything.
Yeah, I think too that as we get older, it's harder to make decisions.
It is, and if you don't, because we do it every day, I have a crew of reliable general contractors, painters, electricians, plumbers, roofers. You as a homeowner don't have the access.
Well, and I hate to say this too, but in a situation like this family on Signal, where that's your family home, you want to make sure that it's going to be fixed up. There's an emotional attachment.
Absolutely.
Well, and that must give them confidence.
They had been there 20 years. I contracted one the other day. Original owner built the house in '96.
Oh, wow.
She's ready to move to Washington to be closer to family.
Right.
And so literally, we visited at the house. I did have an inspector come in, so I knew 100% what I was looking at, but it's as is. She has nothing else to do.
We have a couple of minutes left. You do the coming up soon on the market. What do you call it?
Our coming soon.
Oh, okay, there you go. So do you ever list these houses that you've put the guaranteed offer on the coming soon, where a potential buyer might want to do some things to spec with you?
With my particular clients, we don't put it out for the general public.
Okay.
But if you're working, it's one of the benefits of working with me.
So that was a fair question.
It's a great question. It's, if you look at the 3 things that we offer, the third piece is we actually give you, if you're working with us exclusively, we give you access to the properties that I've bought before they're on the market.
Okay.
So you may be able, we've got a cute couple, we've sold their house. in Rossville. They're wanting a larger home. So one of those houses that I bought in East Ridge last week, they're going to contract it this week, and we'll do the work, and they'll move straight in. It'll never go on the open market,
right?
Because these people are working with us.
Okay, so with the minute we have left, if you are in a position watching and you're thinking, gosh, I wish you'd come give me a quote on my house, do they simply call the office and tell what their point is?
The number that'll be on the screen here, 667-9385.
Okay.
I come out. It's actually me, local Mark. It's not some out-of-town entity. We don't make you a high offer and then come back and renegotiate once we really inspect the house.
Okay.
I lay eyes on the house. I understand what's there. I go to your basement.
Okay.
I peek up in the attic, and I understand it from day one.
Okay, so here's the number to call again. 265-0088. Is that a good number to call?
Yes, that's the office number, or you call the 667-9385, and that runs direct into my office.
Okay, and online it's markhitehomes.com. Always great to see you.
Thank you.
And you came on a good day because Mondays are dad jokes of the week around here. Our good friend Jason Wright